John Gill, Nahum chapter 3, verse 16. Reading first from the King James Bible, quote, "Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth and fleeth away," unquote. John Gill, quote, "Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven." A hyperbolical expression setting forth the great number of merchants that were in Nineveh and in the land of Assyria, who either were the natives of the place or came thither for the sake of merchandise, which served to enrich a nation, and therefore are encouraged to settle, and from whom, in a time of war, much benefit might be expected, being able to furnish with money, which is the sewage of war, as well as to give intelligence of the designs of foreign princes, they trading abroad. The cankerworm spoileth and flieth away, or puts off its clothes, disrobes, and changes its form, or breaks out with force, as a Septuagint out of its former worm state, and appears a beautiful butterfly, and then flies away. The word is rendered a caterpillar. Psalms chapter 105, verse 34. And what we translate spoileth is used of stripling or putting off of clothes. 1 Samuel chapter 19, verse 24. And the sense may be that though their merchandise were multiplied above the stars of the heaven, in which there may be an allusion to the increase of caterpillars, Nahum 3, verse 15, yet as the caterpillar drops its clothes and flies away, so the merchants, through fear of the enemy, would depart in haste, or be suddenly stripped of their riches, which make themselves wings and fly away. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 5. These merchants, at their beginning, might be low and mean, but increasing, adoring, and enriching themselves in a time of peace, fled away in a time of war, or spreads itself and flies away. So these creatures spread themselves on the earth and devour all they can, and then spread their wings and are gone, suggesting that in like manner the merchants of Nineveh would serve them, get all they could by merchandise among them, and then betake themselves elsewhere, and especially in a time of war, which is prejudicial to merchandise, and hence nothing was to be expected from it, or any dependency had upon them. Unquote. Scripture quote, "Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth and fleeth away." Unquote. And of John Gill, Nahum chapter 3, verse 16.